Hello, students.
Welcome to the next topic. As we were discussing our previous topic, so this topic, so we'll be talking about grid system. So what is the grid system in Bootstrap? So grid system is one of the basic responsive layout pattern which is available in Bootstrap, through which we can try to create a different types of layouts and make it more responsive. So this is a very strong framework which the Bootstrap is providing for us. Now when you're talking about this grid system, now the basic architecture of grid system of Bootstrap is that the screen is horizontally divided into maximum 12 columns. This is very important. Logically, the entire screen horizontally it is divided into 12 columns. Now for all these 12 columns, the Bootstrap in our grid system, now it has given a specific names for us. So like say 12 columns means column 1, column 2, etc. up to column 12. And again these columns, now they have given for different devices also, right? So whether you are using a medium device or a small device, for that they have provided exactly 12 columns are been divided for us. So when you are talking about this is how it looks. So the theory part you can just go through the PPT later. So we'll just try to understand how the basic functionality of this particular grid system and how we are going to use this grid system. So we have two types of grid system here. One we call just a normal grid system, other one is fluid grid system. So in fluid grid system, so only difference is that we are going to use the percentage instead of pixels for our column width, whereas in normal grid system we will be using our pixel um, way. So now let us try to understand our grid system in more detail when our Bootstrap. So as we already discussed, we have discussed a row class and a column class. Row and col class we have seen. So first, suppose say that you have got a row class. Now inside this, now we added a call class. Now we have seen call class in the previous topic. So when you are adding a call class, each call class is been divided into 12, equal width we are going to divide. So right now in the grid system, what it is telling is logically we have 12 columns. It says that one row, when you are going to have a row class, inside this row class you can have 12 columns, and for all these 12 columns, now these are the classes which they are given. So you are going to say call 1, call 2, call 3, etc. to call 12. So we have got 12 columns in our one particular row, horizontally one row. So now one thing what we have to remember is, since we have got logically it is divided into 12 columns. Now you can see here, so when you add two column here, so always you have to see that the total sum. Suppose say that you added a class called as dot call 6. When you're saying call 6, so you are going to combine the 6 columns and you are going to make it as one call. So we are saying call 6. So this much space you are trying to occupy for this particular column. Once you occupy 6, then remaining is 6 is for us. So the next one will be call 6. So the 6 plus 6, again we are going to get 12. So you even say that you want in this fashion, that means the left side content you want little bit more and right side you want little bit less. So then we can give it the call 8 and call 4. Again 8 plus 4 is 12. Now if this size, if it is greater than 12, so if it is greater than 12, what happens? The next last column drops, it comes into the next one. So this is the what we are having. Now say for example, now here you declare two column call 3. Call 3 means call 1, call 2, call 3. This much space you are using for call 3. Next call 5. So when you add these two, it becomes 8, right? So first 3 you are given for this. Next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 width you are going to add. Now how much you are left with? 4 you are going to have. Now if you declare in another call 6, since we have only 4 space, automatically now it is not going to take up here, it comes into our next. So it column drop happens. This because when you add 5 plus 3 plus 6, it is greater than 12, and in our grid system, so you have logically only 12 call classes are there. Clear? And these 12 classes not only, and as I told, now it is provided even separate classes for depending upon your devices. So we have got call hyphen XS for extra small devices, SM for smaller display, MD for medium, and LG for large, XL for larger display unit. So how it occupies depending upon these values. So when you are less than 576 pixels, so we are going to have target your extra small. So now this everything will try to work when we are trying to work with an example. We'll try to see. So first we'll go and try to see how this grid system column is going to have. So we'll take an empty file. Okay, we'll add our boiler tag code. So next we are going to have our bootstrap CDN file. Either you can use the bootstrap CDN link. So you know that if you are going to use this CDN link, we have just copied this CDN link from the bootstrap website and we are adding. Alternative is you include your bootstrap in your local folder, that is bootstrap.css or bootstrap.min.css file. Give a reference source link to that and you can use. So now, so we'll start with, so we'll have a container. Now we'll have a container class. Now we'll have a row. Now in this row class, now as we told, logically now we are having 12 columns. So now we'll try to add one particular column. So what is the class for this? Call1. So we'll just have a call1. So we'll just give this. So now we'll save this and we'll run this in our live server. We'll be just giving, you will be getting the output as 1. So till now border and everything you have not added. So I'll add a inline CSS, or else as we told in the previous class, you can have an external CSS, give this link to this. Right now, suppose say that if I give this cnt style.css, now already for container, for row and column, I have specified some border and color. Now let me add this to my grid class. So I will give a link, external link to this file. And you will see that now we got this particular for our container and row and for column, right? So now this is column 1. So class is column 1, but in our style sheet, so this only call we have added black color, so we are not able to get. So comma I will add for column 1 also the border. Now you can see now we got a small border here. You can see here for column 1 we got a black color border is present here. Now we'll add another we'll go to the file, we'll add another column here. So how many columns? We know that exactly 12 columns are there. Now 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 columns. So I'll use those class names call2 for all. Call 1 I'm using. So we'll just give the number so that it will be very easily 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So now we'll see the output. So now we have got 12 classes. So logically it is divided into 12 columns now. So for each column the class name is .call1. So now what we'll do is I'll just copy this entire thing. Right now we should have two rows inside that 12 columns. So now we'll remove all these columns here. Now say that now carefully try to understand here. Now we have only one column. So now you can see you have one column. So we'll minimize this. So that you can okay, now we have added one column. So now let us say that you want to have a call 4, right? Now if I use here call 4 here in second row, So this is 4 I have given, right? So we'll use 4 here. So now we have added 4. So now for call 4 again border you are not getting, right? So we will go to our style. For all 12 columns we'll add a border now. Dot call 2, call 3, comma, call 4, call 5, call 6, call 7, call 8, column 9, call 10, comma dot, call 11, call 12. Clear? Now for all these 12 columns we have added the border. Okay, so now we got, for first row you can see for all 12 columns we got black color border. Now for call 4, now see, now you have taken call 4, that means the first 4 you have taken already, you have taken. Now there are logically 12, that means now another I will add a call, or say for example I want a layout in which left side I want more space for my content, left side I want more space for our content. So I will give here space as 8. So now first 8 columns you have taken for this particular thing. So instead of 4, now I can give here some content I want to provide in my left side. Clear? Now the remaining right side I want some menu to be displayed, so I am taking 4. So obviously now I want another 4 for my menu, so I will add. So how much I will take? I will take 4. Now what happens is that I want to display here some menu contents. I will just say, now 8 plus 4 is 12. So obviously it is trying to fit in this 8 plus 4 is 12. So 12 logical columns we are having. Now if we try to add anything more, now you see that 8 plus 4 is 12. Suppose say that you have declared another column 5 here. So now 8 plus 5 becomes 13. So obviously the next column drop is going to happen. Now you can see here column, this menu has dropped down because the total should be 12 only. As soon as if it reaches greater than 12, automatically the next column drop you are going to have. So this is what you are supposed to, you should try to understand here. So now as we told, this is how you can try to have your, it is responsive also. So now when we are talking about responsive, now you can see, so when you have got the columns here, so now let us go to inspect. Now we'll reduce the device size and we'll try to see. Okay, so now this is your entire web page. Now I will try to reduce my spaces. Now you see, even if you go to a small mobile screen also, exactly it is trying to fit, until and unless in the first row, if this content of 12th column, if it crosses, the overlap happens, then automatically it comes down. Till that time, so everything is properly fitting here. Now the difference between normal call class and grid system, in the previous topic you have just seen call class, right? So when you have added a call class, you might have seen that if you are add 2 call inside one row, both the call is equally divided, it is divided equally, but here that equal division is not happening for us, because we want a layout in which where in the left side we need to have put some content and right side some menu bar we should have where the space should be less. Now at that time we are taking the help of this particular grid system. So I think it is very clear by this. Now another important thing is that this device size, now that we have seen. Now you can see here, suppose say that we have got these type special also. That means you can add the call classes for a particular display device. Suppose say for example if you take MD. So now we will use here, so I will go to this -MD -8 Now I will say this MD-4. Now we are targeting for the medium device. So now let us try to see here. Now you see what is happening is that even though 8 plus 4 12 you are taking, but it is coming in the next. Now why? Because here you are used the special class MD, that means you are targeting medium device. Now when you are saying medium device, so now you see here for medium it is saying greater than, whenever it greater than 768 pixels, right? Now we'll go here, we'll go to inspect. Now you can see what is the width here, 518. So when it is 700 and I see here 772, right? So what it is saying, what is that width? 768. So until our screen is 768 width, see pixels, it is coming in the same line. Once your device is less than that, because you have used MD, medium device you are targeting, this is the medium, the width for a medium device. Once your medium device is just less than 768, let us give here 767, and you see here what happens, this menu will drop down, it drops down because you are going away from that. So this MD, that is for medium display, it works with greater than 768, it is going to occupy your what is that logically 12 columns. So once it is less than that, automatically the column drop is going to happen, automatically the column drops happens. So this is what we call it as our grid layout. I think it is very clear for us. So now using this grid layout, now we'll try to design a web page layout in this form, right? Now say what we need is, we want to design a website like this, right? Now you can see here, now what we need, we want our name, it is our header, then we want some menu bar, then we want a subheading. So after this subheading, so right side we are going to have some sidebar, etc. Now we'll try to design all these things properly. Now if you look here, we'll try to see all these things, we'll try to do this. So what we do, I'll just delete all these things here. So we are going to start with our container. So we are going to have this effect, right? So we'll start with container class. Now in container, what we need, so we want a website name, that is my header. So this comes in one particular row. So we will have a row class. Now inside this row, now I need a header section. For this header section, if you look here, where is that slide where I put in another slide? Okay, now you can see this is my header section. Now we have one row. Now in this header, now it should span, or it should come complete horizontally. So I will take column 12. So complete, logically I am taking all column 1 to column 10, I am going to combine, so that we will be taking this entire call 12. So we are going to take this entire call 12 is our header section. So I will add a head1 tag. So I will give some name to my website name. So this is my website name. I will just save it. So step by step we'll try to see how it is working. Now you can see here I got my website name. It is centerly, because you have taken container, it is exactly center into our web page, right? If you are taking container fluid, it spans 100%. Now this is my website name, that is my header section is over. So once header section I have taken call 12. Next I need another row where I want all my menu part, right? I want to display menu. So now I need another row for this. So I will just copy this. So now here I want my menu. So I will remove this again it's also 12 column. So now I need a menu. So now what does the menu contains? It contains like home, about, gallery, etc. So what I need, I will add a unordered list. Inside that I will have my list. Let us say I want to have a 4 list. Inside that I want an anchor tag. This is everything. This is a shortcut which we are using by using the emit, help of our emit. Now I will just press enter key. Now you have got an unordered list. Now inside that you have got 4 list. Right now h reference not giving, and we got an anchor tag also. So first one, let us say it is my home. I'm going to display. So then about us, let us say gallery section, then contact me. So now this is, I will save this. Now you can see we got my menu, right? So this is my menu which you have obtained here. Next, after menu, what is required for me? I need a content here. So how I need, so this is my content, and right side I want sidebar. So now what we are targeting, so either 9, you can see the total. I am going to define now this one row. Inside row I am taking 2 column in such a way that, so the left side I need more space, so I am taking column 9. I am merging all the logically 9 columns, and left side I am taking 3 columns. So 9 plus 3 is exactly 12, right? 9 plus 3 is 12. So now I need another row, right? So I will just copy this. So this is the, I will take my third row. So now what is the column? I need column, I will go for 9, H3. I am going to put some content here. So now let us save and see. Now we got a content here. So this 9 columns you are taken for putting some content. I can put some paragraph here also. So let us say that I will use lorem some random content I am putting. We'll save this. So now some content I have added in this particular column. So now here I want again sidebar. So now let us copy this, whatever the same thing we are having here. I will try to copy it here so that we will get a sidebar. So now I will add another row. So this is, okay, I will copy this as it is. Now this, see 9 is there, now remaining is 4, right? 3. So what was my layout? 9 plus 3 is 12. So I need a column 3. I will take 3. Now you got here, but actually you should see that it should come at this particular section, right? So I think somewhere we might have done a mistake here. Now what is that mistake? What we have done, we have taken this as separate row and this is another row, but it should come inside this particular row only. Clear? So what we'll do is I'll just delete this. So now this is my row. First the inside row, one column we have taken. So now I will take that same column inside that row. Now I will take col 3. Now I don't want heading and all this paragraph here. I will delete these things. But what we'll see here now. So now we have a sub content, and now here I want a menu, side menu, and let me give the same thing here, link also in my side menu. So I will go to this, I will copy this unordered list, I will put it here. I will save this. I can see you got my sidebar here. Clear? But when you are talking about this, your header or navigation bar, it should come side by side inline display property we are going to make. So that styling we'll add it later. First we'll design our layout, then we'll go for our styling things. So now the last thing what is required for us is the down some footer. No, footer is needed. Now this footer I need another row. Clear? So now we'll go to this. I will take one another row which as column 12. So let us take this as header 5. Okay, I need h5, copyright at 2023. Some footer content I am trying to add here. I will save this. Now you got the footer content also. Clear? So now see how fast we have done our layout. We have created our layout of our entire web page here. The only thing is now our you should keep adding the content and try to give our CSS to this thing. Now to add our CSS, now since the layout you have done, so for everything now we should start working with our CSS. So we'll try to add the classes to ID to this so that it is easy for us. Now what is this? This we have tried and add an ID to this. Let us call this as, this is my header, ID header. Now this is navigation bar, or you can give ID as menu, whatever you want, name you want, you can try to give. Now this is my content, right? So I will just add here ID is equal to content. This is my content, and this is my, let us put an ID for this and we'll call this as sidebar or side menu, and this is for footer. I will add ID equal to footer. Clear? So now we are given ID for this. Now we will try to put the style sheets. So we'll go to this particular our CSS and we'll try to add one by one style sheets. So first we'll start with our header. So now what you want, so you want header, so we'll change our back color of this header to orange. Now you see here what is happening. Let's save this file. So header we got orange color. Clear? Background color we have changed this header to orange. Let us go with this itself. Now this is light green, some color is there. Now for our menu, okay, so for menu I will change our background color to some pink. Okay, some color we will try to use. So then we'll go to our content, background we will change it to so what is the name? Let us see what is the ID name we have given. Menu is over, so ID name is content. Blue is very dark for us. I'll change it. Right, we got, or I can make this content as some other color we can try to do. So now next is our side menu, right? ID is side menu. We'll go to our CSS. For side menu we'll change, we'll have some color to this. Let us give for side menu aqua color, and we have got footer. For footer also we'll give, let us say gray, right? So now see how fast we have tried a complete layout for our website. So now let us try to remove the borders also we have given, right? So we will, for this container and all, we'll just make this borders as 0. We'll remove all the borders. We'll save it. Now all the borders is been removed. So but now when you say that this is our menu bar, we want it in a horizontal way. So that means you should target your menus. So we will go to my CSS. So menu UL unordered list, list style will change. List style will give it as none. So now you see what happens when you targeted my unordered list, and when we made list style as none, so this dot has been removed. So I don't want dot here, so I have removed this, but I want it in a single line, right? So what we'll do, I'll go to the display, I'll make it as inline, or inline block we can make. So display, so you should target to your menu UL and LI, that is your list display inline. So now you can see you got this. Now we'll give some padding for this navigation. So here itself we will use some padding, 10 pixel. I think some mistake. Space, right? Okay. So now you can see we got here padding, but since once you give here, now this is once again disturbed. So left, right, wherever you need the padding. So we are targeting our menu, right? So this side menu, we should have given it a side menu. ID is menu. Okay, so first we'll try to look into the other things. So now we have removed that dot, and here underline we don't want to put. So even for that, what we can do is that anchor tag, we'll go to our anchor tag and text decoration, we'll make it as none. So now the underline has gone, right? So like this, one by one you can start working with our style sheet, so that the whatever you want to have, the website you want to design, now you can try to have. So the basic thing what we have learned here is that how to use your grid system. By using your grid system, so within no time you have created your complete layout of your web page. And whether it is navigation bar, whether you have got sidebar, you can give a link, a hyperlink to create, and the content you can try to add whatever the styling you want and content you want. Now this is how your web page. So, and even it is responsive also. You can try to, if you go and try to inspect this also, if you reduce the size of your web page, now you can see even in your smaller device also how it is trying to adjust to your smaller devices, so it becomes a responsive. So this was the topic, or the very important topic of our, what you can say, grid system. So how we have logically 12 columns, and you can use those 12 columns in order to do a layout. So in the next topic session, we will be talking about the other important elements in our Bootstrap, that is, we will go with our colors. So those things we'll be discussing in our next topic. Thank you very much.